Hello everyone, and welcome to another Let's Play. I'm PhoenixEquiste, and welcome to Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Whereas I showed you the full extent of the game last time, I am just going to do one route on this run. So, welcome to Amnesia: The Dark Descent. What follows is a couple of quick messages on how to get the best possible experience. Amnesia should not be played to win. Instead, focus on immersing yourself in this game's world and story. Do not worry about when and how to save during your gameplay. The game will take care of that for you. When you want to leave the game, just choose Save and Exit. You can then use Continue to return where you left off next time you start up the game. The world of Amnesia is a dangerous place, and you are extremely vulnerable. Do not try to fight the enemies encountered. Instead, use your wits. Hide or even run if necessary. I am actually going to boost the gamma quite high because usually I cannot see worth anything on my monitor. So I'm boosting my gamma all the way up to 2. Now let's go ahead and dive into the world of Amnesia: The Dark Descent. So we're going to start at that new game. Got myself a cup of peach herbal tea to enjoy during the cutscenes, which I will start doing now.
Don't forget, some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Danel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is... I am Danel.
Yikes. It's actually been a while since I've played Amnesia, and I'm not even looking up how I did it on my walkthrough. So, yeah, this is going to be brand new for me and for you guys. Okay. Let's see. Oh, in control. Okay. Okay, I think I'm actually going to use a controller for this because I can't remember the buttons worth anything. So, I'm going to quick plug in my trusty controller. Hopefully it's not too late. Alright, is it notes? No. Is it diaries? No. It's mementos. Follow that liquid trail and find its source. Okay. Okay. So interact is RB. And this is... Okay. That's kind of an interesting way to do it. Okay, let's see what's in here. Anything? Nope. Nothing but insanity. Okay. Oh yeah, scary. Blow the door open. Seriously, this character's a right coward. is a tinderbox in there. Yoink. Yeah, steal as much stuff as you can, everyone, inside the main story. Now, that actually unnerves me, the picture there. I don't know why. Too bad we're not in Hogwarts. That actually would be useful then. Oh yeah, pitter patter, pitter patter. That's just the wind, dude. Oh, come on. Get up, you great buffoon. That room is a trap, if I recall correctly. Hello there, knight. I'm just here for this tinderbox. Thank you. So, hang on. Is this the trap room? Yes, this is the trap room. Don't monkey with it. What happens when you go into that room is basically you get surrounded by darkness. A windstorm will take out all the light and you will slowly go insane because you can't find your way out. Alright. A fragrant taste of rose lingered in his mouth. Turkish delights, he thought, just like the ones at the consulate in Constantinople. So. Good, dude. Just don't pay attention to it. Yep. Got the thing, so... Okay. You are slowly going insane, my dude. I have to use the mouse there to pick that up. Okay. Next video, I'll definitely be using something else, like the keyboard and mouse. I just didn't feel like saying the keys right away, everyone. Clever tinderbox. Trying to hide from me. Yoink. Ah, thank you for that. Another tinderbox closet. You're welcome, Phoenix. Shut up. Yoink that oil. And so okay, so it's X for the lamp, and what's tab? Back. Okay. Okay. So let's shut up and let this guy read.
19th of August, 1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there will be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right. God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours, young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him. Your former self, Daniel.
Right, so, let me go over my objective again. Right, so, I have to go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. That's easy enough, I guess. Oh, come on. There we go. So, let's go on to the entrance hall. The door slammed shut behind him, and he knew he would never again see that old tailor at Berkeley Square. Another lone soul in London seemed appropriate somehow.
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brandenburg.
Right, so I don't know if you noticed that, but Alexander said that it lies beneath the very stone of Brandenburg. Does that mean he's got a subterranean empire? Are we perhaps not supposed to be here? There is some oil there. Give me that oil. You would think, oh, there's the front door, we could just leave. No, you can't. There's no game if you do that. I think I actually want to go upstairs first. See if there's any sort of goodies. Tinderbox. Like, I'm going to get every single tinderbox that I can because I know what kind of scares await us. Let's go into the archives. He fell to the kitchen floor. Tears were beginning to well in his eyes as he received the first kick in his stomach. Hazel remained hidden in fear she too would be punished. Library, rare books. What the crud was that? Rule of thumb in Amnesia. Always check everything.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition. making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
Okay, so we learned a little bit about Daniel's past here. He's an archaeologist. So... yeah, what's this thing say? Catalogs. Like I said, look at everything. Yeah, we've got more than enough tinderboxes. I'm actually gonna use one. Okay, nothing in there. Okay, so study. Oh. What the crud? Shirts. Nothing interesting there. Ooh, another tinderbox, gimme.
17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
Right, so he was trapped. So how is he here now? Let's go ahead and go to Libri Veritas, Old Tomes. Yeesh, it's dark. I might as well have... Yep, there's a... There's a tinderbox and a bit of oil. So the tinderbox to replace the one that I just used in order for us to be able to see. Historia Loki. local history. Oop. The door leading into local history room is locked. Is there another entrance? What was that? Oh, I'll take that oil, thank you. Yoink. Let's take a look at delineated images tabulats. Floor plans. Ooh, nice and bright in here. Ooh, there's a chest here. Who in the heck is playing the piano?
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about wars. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
Okay. Even though it's pretty obvious what I was gonna say, are you guys nuts? Going downstairs? That will just give the shadow the advantage of killing you. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look before we actually do anything. Nothing in there. Just a book and a tinderbox. Okay. Let's go ahead and pick this up. What's going on?
17th May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light. It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light.
Okay.
I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
Okay. Now, don't ask me why I know what to do here, because I'm just gonna say I've played this before.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Danel.
So, whatever we're wanting is on the other side here. Let's see, like that oil. Let's use one there, and we'll use this one here. Let's see here. Let's take this book here and smash the glass. Local folklore, Alstadt and Brennenburg Castle, 1801. Another region rich with lore is Alstadt, deep within the eastern Prussian woods. For centuries, there have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighbor, Castle Brennenburg. The quiet forest-clad mountains, dressed with the scattered lakes, is as picturesque as can be, albeit the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local and you will hear proof of the widespread superstition. All travelers should indulge themselves in such conversation, since it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twists on the tale, but there are some motifs that keep reappearing. The Gatherers. This story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that the soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in the cold dark woods and were forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies, wrought by their tainted souls, might have left them disfigured and empty of essence. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrible revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called gatherers as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. It is their prey which can be heard struggling inside the damp burlap sacks dragged behind them, which reveal their presence. What dark scheme do they follow? A visit undone. Henrik Cornelius Agrippa, the well-known erudite, visited Alsace at the start of the 16th century. He resided in the local inn for a fortnight as he looked for remnants of kingdoms past. During his stay, all prominent members of society paid notice, and he is mentioned in many records of the time. One day he went to investigate a burrow in the northwestern glades, only never to be seen again. Heinrich is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He dismissed the notion of ever visiting Alstadt, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was this mysterious man who visited the sleepy hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? The Immortal Baron. The Baron of Brennenburg lives a reclusive life with his family at the castle nearby Alstadt, and like most of those of noble birth, rumors are inherited along with the title. Researching the history reveals a little before the castle was consumed by a fire in the late 16th century. It was rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Rhinelands, claiming the role as protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region flourish and remained popular throughout his presumed lifetime. The family has always been secretive when it comes down to lineage and heritage. Therefore, the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring has never been fully recorded. This has led to the idea that the Baron is in fact the one and the same, who came from the west over 300 years ago, lived through the time of the occupation, and joined the coveted Order of the Black Eagle along with the great leaders of this country. Right. I think... Okay, so now we need to look for some... Ah, there's one. There's an oddly covered book. Here's another one. And here is the other one. Bingo, bango, bongo, bish, bash, bosh. What did we uncover? I don't trust this room. Hang on. How is our sanity looking? Crystal clear, and health is all is good. Right. Right. Let's take a look and see what we have here. Books, books, and more books. Looks like there's a note here. Regarding the closing of the wine cellar, Wilhelm and his fools have endangered my research long enough with their absent-minded handling of the human vessels. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye on the forest and is killing my trusty servants. It's just a matter of time before they follow the trail back to Brandenburg. I need to lock Wilhelm and his men up to avoid further investigation from the public. The wine cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men leave or they will starve, whatever comes first. They can rot for all I care. Maybe I will feed them some wine, which would in a sense solve both my problems. Are you threatening to poison this person? These people, the person who wrote the note? Whoa, what happened? Who smacked the door? Right. That's a bit unnerving. Right, let's get out of here. Back to the entrance hall we go. The stone slab looked as a safety measure. It wasn't meant to be ever moved again. What is this red stuff? I don't remember it being red. I remember it being black. Frictional, did you pull a fast one on me, or was this always red? Because last time I played this game, this goop was black. Ow. That was not nice. Right. So, in the next episode of Amnesia: The Dark Descent, we will be going down to Cella Werner and Laboratorium, which I guess roughly translates to the wine cellar and the laboratory. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe and click that little bell notification to get, or that little bell to get notified for more videos that I'm doing. And as always, I've been PhoenixEquiste. You've been watching Let's Play Amnesia: The Dark Descent. I'm saying the Phoenix is flying away now. Catch you all in the next video and enjoy the outro. Later, everyone.